but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't
Welcome to the U.K.E-liquid Mixing Show. It is Wednesday night. It's time to have a little bit of a chat about mixing and that sort of stuff and that things and them things. Them things. Them things. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I've seen in chat you said we was late. No, it's 9:05. We're on time. In fact, with the intro, we were bang on time. We started going at 9:05. So I put 9 o'clock so you all come in and we're ready for 9:05. So that is why it's not bang on 9 o'clock.
Everybody else starts at 9, not you. No, got to be 9:05 just to be different.
It is. It
Wait,
is.
so I can leave for 5 hours and come back?
You can tell you work in the service industry, don't you? Can't you? Hello, I'll be there at 9. No, you won't.
Exactly. Got to do the teeth, haven't you, as well?
Nah,
No, I
it
don't
will
know.
cost you.
It's going to cost, is that? So, who we got on tonight is myself, Benny Vapes. We've got the Arnold Palmer of mixing, which is Bill, the chair. We have got our own mixing guru, which is Graham Net Reality. We have got our own mixing detective, which is Liam Sherlock Holmes. And we've got our own mixing maestro, which is Tim, Advocate for Liberty. Welcome. There you go. Right, if you are in chat, just have a look at the top and see if you're in live chat. If you're not in live chat, swap it over to Twat chat and you'll keep
Swap it over.
Swap it over. Swap it
Don't
over
swap
from
it
Twat.
to chat.
No, don't swap it to. Yeah, don't put it to Twat chat. Swap it to live chat. You'll keep up with everything we are doing. Right. And for all the American brethren, happy 4th of July. Well, it's 5th today, but happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
And happy Canadian Day, too, was a couple days ago.
Canadian Day.
And if you're French, happy revolution.
Yeah.
Yay!
And if you're Welsh, happy, what is it? Internet speeding up day.
And if you're Liam, happy birthday.
Yeah, if you're Liam, happy birthday, yeah. It was his birthday. He's looking at all of 21 now. All of
Yeah,
21.
no, he's 21 all over again. How's it feel to be 21 again?
I don't know.
Right, Liam, would you care
Yes.
to go through chat?
No.
Fair enough then.
I'm on a bit of a delay, so you'll have to bear with me because my
Bear with.
the picture isn't actually
Because
syncing up with sound.
What if I
Right, so
fight me?
in chat
Hello.
tonight we have Adam Palazic, Ian Thomas, Craig D, Andy Carruthers, Metal Vape 90,
Mm,
Cloud Chucker, Marcus Lee Crowther, Lady Liberty, Canadian Vapor, Vapor Bunny, John Vaping Joker,
JVJ?
Christopher Earl, and I will get there, Martin Saunders, Jason Kahn, Billy Lee Rice. I think I said Craig D, but I'll say Craig D again. And Barry Jones and Rocky Tooney.
You done Vapor Bunny?
Yes, I did do Vapor Bunny, and thanks for the birthday messages in chat as well.
Yeah. It's looking good. Looking good for 65.
How
John
old?
Morris?
I'm
So-
34, Graham. I had a really hard paper round.
Ah,
And we're milking them sheep. Right, so we'll do a quick buffet and see what everybody is vaping on. Bill?
The Garbiter. So that way you get the Gur and the Arbiter at the same time. So I just
Garbiter.
called it the Garbiter.
Garbiter.
And-
Arbiter.
And I'm also on the Garbiter here. So, and I will pass it to Graham.
Thanks, Jason.
I'm on the Barrage and the Cronus, that's all. I have got the Garbiter, is it? I've got the
Garbiter,
Garbiter.
Garbiter.
The Garbiter, yes.
I re-wicked it, I refilled it, and then realised I didn't pour juice over when I re-wicked it, and I took a big massive hit. I burned all the carton, and I've just left it there since last night, just going, I don't want to touch that. Yeah, so I've got the Kronos with the Barrage, and in that I've got Country Fudge. And I'll pass it over to Tim.
You knew it because
here
it
we
was like a sip
go.
of coffee. You knew it. So I'm vaping on the, we'll call it the Gartley. It's a Hadley in the Gartley.
Gardley.
And then that I got that peanut butter fudge brownies I made yesterday.
Ooh,
And
very
yeah,
nice.
I do blame Graham for part of that recipe. Thank you for that, Graham. And I also have that in here as well on the Lost Vape Gross with the GT4 on top.
Looks like a rocket.
Yeah. And then I have that a moratorium liquid there, that Glamour in the Cthulhu with the bridge RBA in it.
And what's
And
your
that-
thoughts on Glamour? First, what's your thoughts on Glamour?
Oh,
Now you've got it in the
I'll give
hand.
you that in just a second. I'll do one more here. I do have the still not leaking, by the way. Moonshot on top of the Nova, and in that I got Nico from Rescued because we got it out the other day. It's snickerdoodle custard. So yeah, the Glamour, you did a good job, Graham. You really did. The layering on that raspberry is nice. That's really nice layering. It comes through in every device, even from MTL all the way through. And that's a hard thing. It doesn't come through the same on all of them, but there's raspberry forward in all of them. Good job.
A moratorium.
It's too bad it died. And I'm gonna pass it to Liam. Wait a minute, Liam.
Right.
Yeah.
So tonight I'm on the Drag 3. Well, the Dragamizer. No, I'm on the Drag 3 with it. No, I'm just playing. Because that overhang was getting a bit on my nerves, and I think the gag actually run a little bit. Oh shit, I just dropped my tank. I think that gag actually run a little bit too far.
What do you do?
I dropped my tank.
They got
Luckily, I
in?
didn't- Yeah, luckily I didn't actually crack the glass because the miser is quite tough. So I've got the Hadron Pro 250
Holy
Ooh.
shoot.
with
That's
the Steam Crave Aroma Miser V2 on top, and in that I am using some Holy Smokes.
Holy
Oh,
smoke!
smokes.
Yeah, it's actually a really nice. It's smoked maple, oak, coffee, and walnut. Not really getting a lot of coffee off there, but that oak is quite prominent, and the walnut is there. It's actually a really nice sweet vape, sweet tobacco vape. And I've also got the Smock Nord 4, and that also has some of the holy smokes inside. And I will pass you over to Benny.
Thank you very much. So I'm on the Gravita with some of Les Pickings custard cream in there. It's quite nice. I'm also on the Chroma with a Max tank, and inside that I've got some of this at home door Marge.
Still,
Yeah, mate. Yeah, it's taking that long to fucking go down. It's that shit. Do you know what I mean? So it's tasting better than it did when I first did it off the bat, to be fair. It's starting to mellow out a little bit. So yeah, and I'm also on the box with the cubics inside, and inside that I've got some Drake Savannah. That's what I'm on. So that is me. Do you know we do these buffets too quick?
yeah, no,
Fucking
well,
hell.
that's good. That's good.
I can go farther. I mean, I've got a lot, but I mean, the kind of ones I'm kind of using. Although I did forget this one. I am actually actively vaping. I found Smack's Pony on Acid, a couple bottles of it I still have.
Ooh.
And I got that on the I broke it out for the holidays. It's the USA Saturn by AV with the Derringer on top.
Oh.
But yeah,
Holidays.
I forgot I had that one going.
That is an ugly mod, I've got to say.
The mod's not ugly, but the that tip is, yeah.
No,
It's adding too many drip tips, so it doesn't. It's okay. It's beautiful.
Canadian Vapor saying the recipe for Glamour, unfortunately, it's not available.
Well, the thing I was thinking this the other day, I have two recipes which were going to be the next two in the Amatorium range, which I might release. One's complete, one just needs a tiny little bit of twinking.
Tweaking?
Tweaking.
Tweaking. A little bit of twerking. Graham's done a little bit of twerking over it.
And one of them's a coffee juice.
All right.
Well, it is a amatorium, yes, Ian. I'll give you that, but because it's no longer in existence, it's a moratorium. So mine's on purpose, not an accident. And speaking of, that's actually how I got it, is through Grim, because Nick brought it over from the UK as Graham sent it back with him, the concentrate, and then I wound up getting it, mixing it up, sending some of it back to him, and got to keep some.
Yeah, I still got to send some more over to you.
Yeah, that's because he gave it away. It was supposed to be for him. It was supposed to be for everyone.
It was supposed to be for Nick, so I didn't have to keep on sending him shit. And he's literally gave it away to all his patrons. I was like, oh, I still have to send him shit.
Mhm. I wish you'd sent
Which
the
is
glamour.
fine.
I wish you'd sent the country fudge too, though. That's the other one I want.
I'll throw some in.
Ian's saying, at Net Reality, are the ingredients for glamour still available?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
In other words, is it Vape Train?
No.
I like that little pull there. Like you knew what the question really was. You just didn't say it. Yeah.
So, how's your week been, Bill? Have you been out golfing today?
Of course.
How many holes? 18? 36?
18.
Do you not do 2 rounds? You only do 1?
Occasionally we do another 9 or whatever. And, sometimes we do 4 or 5 before. If we got a tournament, we'll play 4 or 5 and then play 18 in the tournament, but 4 or 5 to warm up and sometimes 9 after. But when it's as hot as it is out today, now we usually just do 18 and by then you're sucked dry and can't walk. And
Do you use a cart?
yeah. You basically, I've been tracking how far, even with a
Yeah, you were saying
buggy, you all call them a buggy, but we still,
buggy.
Yeah, we still, you walk about 2 miles using one. Yeah, so still get a couple of miles in.
No. Graham, how's your week been?
Oh, I've just been ill. Ill. Just, I think it's hay fever.
We've come to a conclusion that Graham's an hypochondriac.
I woke up. What was it? Like, I think it was yesterday.
You just came to this conclusion? I could
burning. I was burning, then got up out of bed, got changed, went downstairs, and then I was cold to the core. Really, when your bones are cold and everything like that.
Yeah.
And I put a jumper on, and then I'm super hot again, and my temperature's just going up and down like a bloody yo-yo.
Can we get some bubble wrap?
I think I might be pregnant.
Yes, Bubble Boy. Bubble Boy Graham. That's why he's got the plastic there. This is Bubble Boy house. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm an
Scurvy and rickets.
Yeah.
It's funny. Marcus mentions a bitter coffee, and that's the other one we found. We found some Mafia Princess, and she's vaping on that.
Yeah, we'll go through that in a second when we think. Liam, how was you? We've just been talking about your fishing trip yesterday.
Yeah, it was good. Good. I was.
Is that what you said earlier? You said your fucking annoying fishies kept getting on your hook.
No. I enjoy spending time at the side of the lake, whether I catch or not, or whatever fish I catch. It's just when I get fish that I'm not necessarily targeted, because I'm what's called a specimen angler, so I'm after a certain species of fish. So it's a little bit annoying when they get on.
That's just racist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure which side to side with. I mean, you obviously, those fish should know better, but at the same time, if you're catching the wrong fish, it's like maybe you're fishing in the wrong spot. It's not their fault.
Yeah, exactly. It's not their fault. You keep putting some.
You don't go to Chinatown to catch Mexican food.
Do you know what I mean? All fishes' lives matter.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I treat every single fish. I treat every single fish exactly the same. They're all they're all unhooked properly and given the proper care and attention, and then released back in.
Yeah, but
he gives them a nice little pet and a kiss, and then puts them in gently.
After
spewing
them
well
with a really sharp hook in their mouth, ripping their
painkiller. Yeah, you ought to give them a painkiller after you put a hook in them. It's like, here, have an aspirin and go on back in the water.
Oh dear. Right, so we'll go through a little bit of things that be coming in chat. I see that Metal Vape has released a Jam Roly Poly. On
in the wild.
In the wild, yeah, he's just let it out. Get out of the Jam Roly Poly. There you go, son. You're on your own.
You had it in a cage and you went out and you opened the doors. Go on, go free, Jam Roly Poly. You're released.
And he's using a Hanamods V3 with the Bicar V8 and a Hanamods V3 Mini with a Dwarf. And a Rebel Vapes with an iJoy Captain Elite RTA. Jason says, welcome. I hope you're all right, my friend. So many names on here I've seen unnoted when watching replays. What else we got? Anybody else? Bunny doesn't do coffee vapes.
Yep, there's the input one in there I'm interested in too, and I've seen Rockies before. I just don't have that Vapor Zone SC cappuccino. Liam, do you have did you drop a link to yours?
To which?
No, I need to call it up, but I'm afraid I think everything is caught up now on my Zoom, so I'm afraid it'll actually go back into a massive delay.
Well, what's the name of it?
yeah,
I'll try and find it if it's public. If it's public, I'll try and find it.
Your mouth's caught up with your words.
Yeah, it's public. It's toffee nut latte.
Yes.
Is it on ATF or ELR?
I hope everything's
ELR.
all right, Adam. He's had a 20-foot branch fall from a tree 2 houses down.
Well, as long
Hope
as
it's
he's
not
more than
done.
20 foot away from the tree, he's okay.
yeah.
Would you
Just
say
don't drive
cafe
down
latte?
that road.
Coffee latte? Is that what you said, Liam?
Toffee nut latte.
Coffee.
No. He's
Based on one of those little Nescafé toffee nut latte sachets.
So you're
right.
calling it toffee coffee?
No, toffee nut latte. You know me and name's Bill.
Yeah. Toffee coffee sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why I wouldn't have called it toffee coffee.
And
I got
Rocky's put one in, his all day vape, smooth coffee. We can bring that up and have a look. The title of the show this week is whatever you want to think it is. It's in your brains, it's in your thoughts, your hearts.
All right, so I got those when you're ready. Are you ready, Benny?
I think it's shit.
Yeah.
No,
I think Benny's just making this shit up as he's going along. Yeah.
He is.
No, there was a little bit of thing about it. It's about it fall in your face. Is obviously companies are now trying to battle with disposables, and they're bringing out recipes, the same recipes, and bumping up the flavors.
Yeah.
And I just wondered, are we looking at the same things that we're gonna, would you think? Because obviously, I've got to say that disposable flavors are stonking. You do get the full flavor of things.
Oh, yeah.
What they use is they use stuff like flavor boosters.
Right.
They don't just double the flavors.
Double
or
the flavour,
anything like that.
yes.
They throw a flavor booster in there, which I don't know what a flavor booster is.
Anybody know what?
His
Anybody know what a
recipe's
flavor
funny.
booster is?
Just an
A
extra
flavor
concentrated
booster is
flavour, I think.
something that boosts flavor.
Yes.
That was
Well-
difficult.
No, I think to be honest, I think that's
There's a
probably just
few of them out
that's-
there. Some of them work, some don't.
I think a lot of it is just marketing. We've used a flavor booster. Basically, they just put more of the flavor in.
It could be that. I just read it as they put something in to boost the flavor.
Layering
Hi, Mike.
actually tends to work better. But yeah, when you're ready, Benny, I can share these
Yeah,
for you.
it's ready. You can just share it. I don't do boxes anymore. You're pissing me off.
Okay. Pissing you off. So we got toffee nut latte. Of course, Liam's got these flavors that are harder to get now. So
Yes, that's what I said. If you got the flavors,
Arabica, is it Arabica? Is that how it's pronounced?
Arabica, yeah.
Arabica coffee by VTA at 0.25. Creamy hazelnut flavor west at 1.5. Hokey Pokey ice cream VTA at 3. And Lotta Latte OSDIY at 2.5. And vanilla swirl TPA at 2. And I'm guessing this is a sweeten to taste, right?
Yeah, that hokey pokey ice cream you can swap out on a 1-to-1 with the toffee ice cream from Vape Train.
Yeah, and you got a long like spiel on there. Huh?
You were
Damn.
bored that day.
Yeah, that actually sounds good though. I mean, does hazelnut?
Guys,
So it's a hazelnut coffee like latte,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
It
That
hasn't
does
got.
sound good.
It isn't. It's got more cream than it has got than the coffee flavor, hasn't it?
Yeah, I wanted that. I wanted that creaminess with just a slight back note of coffee, but that Arabica coffee from Vape Train is really strong as well, mate.
Mm.
That's why I used it very low.
Yeah, I was gonna say 0.25. It's got to, if you're still tasting coffee, it's got to have some.
And you've gone with an ice creamy coffee.
Yeah, you've gone with Hokey Pokey ice cream, which is the one which is like that.
Toffee ice cream.
Is it toffee ice cream?
They're
Tommy?
pretty much identical.
You're all right. Tommy's put in flavour boost equals EM.
Yeah, that can be. Yeah,
Could
some
be.
cases. Depends on which booster. There's a few. You got candy boosters. You got like jammy boosters. You got different ones. And then we
Got
have
booster
Rockies
shoes.
here. This survival juice by Rocky Tooney, and that's cappuccino from Vapor Zone or SC. Super concentrate easy Vapor Zone at 0.8. Coffee liqueur VTA, another VTA at 1.6. Cream Flavora at 0.8. Ice cream SSA at 2. Milk and honey Flavora, big surprise from Rocky Tooney at 0.8. Actually, that's actually high even for Rocky. And super sweet from Cap at 0.2. Coffee survival juice.
He smacks you in your face with Liam's wet fish.
ELR is broken. Vaporzone is a vape shop that sells it rebottled, but it's the SC. Yeah, okay. I know, Rocky. That is so annoying. So I was gonna say it's the SC cappuccino.
Okay, I've got a recipe this is a recipe I made for Pugs's Joe for Christmas. Oh, hang on, I've just got to change my I've just been blacklisted by E-Liquid Recipes, so I'll just have to turn off my surf shop.
You're blacklisted again? Oh boy.
Okay, there you go. Right. This is that one. Irish ice cream, which is basically Bailey's ice cream. So I've got condensed milk, Salubrome at 0.75, frosting 0.75, ice cream vanilla SSA at 3, Irish cream SSA at 1.5, and vanilla swirl TPA at 2. And that'll make a really kind of luxurious Bailey's ice cream.
Nick, you all right, mate?
And I'll put that in chat.
I've noticed that you've both gone with the ice cream with the vanilla swirl.
Well, I got, and here's I got mine too.
Well,
My favorite go-to coffee. Actually, it's her favorite go-to coffee.
Vanilla swirl is still great.
The Eddie's blueberry coffee that I made for Eddie and the Arsons, which Adam's here. Adam's band for hopefully Eddie to try at some point so we can get him off smoking. And then it's got blueberry jam wonder flavors at 3.5. VSO espresso at 1.5, French vanilla thick wonder flavors at 1, super sweet from Cap at 1. Needs that really to get the jammy to work right, but you can do it at sweeten the taste. Vanilla cream extra wonder flavors at 1.5, and it's not coffee forward at this point, but this is it's like a what we get in the US
it's
like a blueberry coffee is more coffee, more cream and hey, you can get that there, so not anymore.
It's still
you can't even say you can't make that because if you can pick up the espresso, you can make that.
Isn't Non-Mom's closing for about 2 weeks?
Yeah, they're doing a new website, aren't they?
Was that what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't they just do a new website?
Didn't they just do that?
Yeah, they just did one. I thought
They're doing a stock take update.
Yeah, I thought they had maybe a lot of staff holidays or something, so they were having a shutdown for 2 weeks.
I think maybe that they upgraded from 3.14 to Windows 95, and now they're actually trying to do like a more modern Windows.
Yeah.
Because do you remember the way it was before when you went to log out, and sometimes it would be like 30 minutes before your cart loaded? Say, what's going on?
It's
Has
like
anybody
it's like
heard what's
Kenny
happening in VTA
2022. When he upgraded, it just all went to shit, didn't it?
Well, it's a bit like you putting your stuff on and it all went to shit as well, isn't it?
Graham, you know those bottles that's supposed to go on water coolers. You're not supposed to just swig from them.
Oh, we're fine.
Does anybody know what's happening with VTA yet?
No official word yet. No official word.
Still no come out.
Nobody's
still
getting a
no
response.
updates?
People are sending messages. I've sent messages too, and no response yet. They might be going dark for a little while to try and flip. If they are flipping things over, they might want to not say it for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Not let people know. I don't know.
Mm.
I have no idea. But for some reason it went dark and I don't like it because I really like
you
VTA
think
flavoring.
that they just
They
put
have got a great flavor range.
I suppose the problem they might run into is if they're rebranding because they got the whole vape thing in there, if they then let everybody know that they've rebranded to that flavor, then they'll still be associated with vape.
Which might be what they're not trying to do, is try not
Yeah.
let people know. I mean, they might kind of sort of backwardsly like admit to it, but it might not be official.
So
I mean,
you don't
if
think
we
they're
see
gonna
Flavor
call
Train come out with all the
themselves?
same flavors, we know it's the same company.
So they're not gonna call themselves the artist formerly known as Vape Train, you don't think?
Yeah, yeah. They might just call themselves artists.
They're going to turn themselves
Yes.
into a symbol.
Yeah.
No, I just think it's a bit strange that they've not released all. They've not said anything. Not said they're closing down. They've not
Yeah.
said.
But
Do you
that
know what
could
I
be
mean?
it. It could be a legality situation. They don't want to be connected to themselves. They want to give enough space. I don't
Unless
know.
they have to have, like a cooling off period. Like
That's what
do-
I'm thinking.
if
Yeah, it
it's a
could be.
limited company, they've got to shut it down for so long to say that it's defunct.
Yep.
So they've got to say, 3 months before they can start another company up. Do you know what I mean?
That's my thought process. Could be some kind of legality issue like that.
They should be able to just put a request in for a name change.
I just
It
thought
depends.
could,
name
but
change.
then on the books they'll be associated with the vape again.
It depends on Australian
Yeah, it
law,
depends
though,
on the whole
doesn't it?
politics.
Well, they're upside down there anyway.
Because they went really heavy against anything vape.
Yeah.
So I would actually, if it were my company, I'd probably want to disassociate as much as I could before I rebranded.
Hmm.
It just seems a bit strange that they've not even said anything, have they? Do you know what I mean?
No.
Because they were brought out specifically for vaping.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they were never that communicative. Communicative?
Communicative.
Communicative
could-
anyway.
It could be mine where the new laws hit Australia, they've just gone into straight on panic mode.
Yeah.
See, Graham graduated from AI University, so it's okay. Yeah, we expect that, Graham.
Yeah, Martin, it's because there was specifically done for vaping, and that's why it's called Vape Train.
Yeah.
So this is what we're saying, that they may have to close down the company for so long to rebrand as a new company to just come up with
Be a flavor company.
just be a
Yeah,
flavour cut with flavours, just be a
And
food
they-
flavouring.
they might have a whole new load of testing and stuff like that they have to get through as well to actually prove that they're safe to be used in food.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true too.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. It could be just doing.
Well, the
that.
concentrate laws, making a brand new concentrate laws over here, it's like a year to market.
Right.
Yeah.
The route of the testing and everything like that, because I dug down into it, and then somebody pointed out, well, you're just going to be using concentrate, so it's not a new concentrate. Because I was thinking putting a couple of concentrates in together, mixing them and making concentrates, but that doesn't come under it because all the previous concentrates have been done through the whatever paperwork shit and all the things you have to do to
Hope
make.
so, Adam. Hope so.
Yeah, Flavour Train, they could come up with all sorts.
Yeah.
It's only a little bit of a name change, isn't it? But you think they'd sort of let everybody know, even companies. They might, but they
Right.
might, don't they?
Liam's got a good point though. They
But-
very well might have to go through and like get those approved before they can release them.
Yeah, and I think because of the way the laws are in Australia as well, if they might have to completely disassociate from the vape thing altogether, which is why they've gone completely dark, because the way the Australian laws are now, it could just be that even if there's even that little smell that they're still associated as a vape company, they'll get shut down.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's just a strange one, isn't it? Just a strange one.
The switching, they have to switch because of where they are. Unfortunately, it's ridiculous.
I mean, they could even be going through a complete change of location or anything like that, which of course will take a long time.
Yeah, they're switching over border. We've had companies do that before. Hop over borders.
Mm,
If you turn up
Had a
in
few mod
Portugal, then we
companies that
know
did
it's
that.
part of Bearded Customs. It's crew, don't we?
There was another one though, the mod company that jumped the border for the same reason. I can't remember what it was. One of the high end ones had to jump the border for legal reasons.
Yeah.
Well, they've done that a lot in America, haven't they? Moved around of vape companies
Well, most of our
take more
liquids aren't
time.
sold here. They're sold over there.
Mm.
Whatever. You can get them. We can't. It's ridiculous.
Well, I don't know where it's going on at the moment. We're getting out at the moment where it's going, where the laws keep going on about and the disposables and that. We'll have to see what happens with that.
Yeah, still waiting for TPD3.
It's on the back burner. Watch Monday if you want to find out a bit of insight of what's going on in the vaping community, as in Trade Alliance and that. Like, go over watch Craig and Kenny's Chewing the Fat with Craig and Kenny question and answers, because they had John Dunn on. He told you a little bit about what's going on in the back with TPD3 and things like that. So yeah, you find a little bit more on there. So go over that.
Yes, QP might have been it, the one that jumped the border.
QP Designs.
Like that. Yeah, jumped the border for reasons of like new regulations where they were at.
Martin says, interesting amatorium one shots. Then Nick can just buy it.
No, but they were a present to Nick because of like he did a lot for me. Didn't do it on purpose. He was just doing a random liquid test, but it helped me out a hell of a lot. No, don't forget that.
He had him sold out of Glamour for a while. Yeah.
Bill, do you do coffee? Just while we're on coffee vapes, are you a?
No, I'm not a coffee vape.
Did you do coffee generally? Just drink coffee?
Oh, I drink coffee. Yeah, about I don't know, 3 pots a day, maybe 4. Sometime in the wintertime 4. Sometimes in the summer as low as 2.
Right.
Well, it takes him a while to run that vinegar through that system he's got, that pumper system thing he's got. It takes a while to run the vinegar through to clean the lines out.
No, I'm not vaping coffee. I vaped. Batman had a coffee, and I vaped it.
Yeah,
it
I've got some of that still.
It wasn't bad, but basically there was really no coffee there. That was more just sugar.
Right.
Sugar and cream more.
Did
more
like
cream
sweet,
and
did
sugar,
it?
Yeah. But as far as coffee, no, it's like it's too bitter. You know, I mean, coffee's just not something that I really think vape wise.
See, I don't like coffee in general, so I don't do coffee vape. So I don't know if they even compare with having a drink of coffee. I don't get it.
They don't.
That's why I did that toffee night latte, to get rid of that bitterness, balance it out with that sweetness from the toffee and the creaminess from the ice cream.
Same with the Eddie's blueberry coffee. It's all blueberry and cream forward.
Yeah.
Because if you get an actual one like from Dunkin' Donuts or something like that, or on the fast chains, that's what it is. It's not, you don't get a lot of coffee flavor. Starbucks coffee's not forward most of the time.
No, that shit. I mean, if you get the regular coffee, it is. If you're going in and ordering something that they're going to mix up, it's different. But if you go to one of those places and just order like a medium coffee, then they're going to give you something that is going to taste like total crap. I mean, it is horrible.
Bitter tar.
They're going to charge you more for that cup than you can get a can that you can use for a month at your house. And it's going to taste 120 times worse than what you can make at your house.
True. Is so vaping the coffee? Is it more like, obviously I don't have anything with coffee at all, so I don't know the difference between an instant coffee and the coffee from a bean. Do you know what I mean? So is it more going towards the instant coffee when you're doing the vapes with coffee, or is it a bean coffee? Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Kind of depends on the flavoring.
I don't even know if there's a fucking difference. Does it taste like coffee?
It depends
instant
on
coffee and coffee from a bean. Are they different? I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, coffee from a bean tends to taste a little bit fresher. It hasn't quite got that bitterness to it that you get from an instant coffee.
Also, some coffees have different notes. They'll have a chocolate note, they'll have a caramel note, they'll have a hazelnut note. The one I get all the time, it's 22 quid for a 1 kilogram. So I'll buy it as a treat. I normally just get some cheap Amazon stuff, and that's cherry coffee.
Right.
And it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a cherry espresso.
Right.
But 22 quid for 1 kilogram. I'm just like that going,
Death wish. Death Wish coffee. And
I've
then-
had some Death Wish coffee. I didn't particularly like it. I
You
kinda
know,
like it
we
burned.
had the medium roast. I loved it. Now and then they had a deal going on, a sale on one of the last holiday. They had a sale for the holiday, and they had a really good deal on the dark roast. So I was like, I'll try the dark roast.
Mm.
I'm drinking it, but I don't like it as much. The dark roast is bitter, really bitter.
I remember. Oh, sorry, go on.
That's what that vape train Arabica tastes like. It's a lot more like a fresh from the bean coffee, as opposed to your instants.
A while ago, I
Wonder
tried,
Flavors is it? Brazilian is like that too. It's kind of got a real strong flavor.
I tried a blackcurrant coffee. So I made a vape, blackcurrant coffee and tobacco. And it turned out really, really nice. It was very odd, but it turned out nice. I've got the recipe somewhere. I'll try and pick it out.
Yeah, I just don't know the difference. So
Didn't you make love public, or did you make love public?
do you make love? Do you make love public?
Made public
Is this a
love?
question?
What?
Do
Yeah,
you make
that's
love
a different
public?
paywall.
Because wasn't love a coffee vape?
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Dean.
There's one if you want to like almost sort of one shot. The Perulum coffee with sweet milk and caramel. That one's pretty smooth, but it is
SSA.
not coffee.
Cafe
flavored.
love, I guess you called it, right? Wasn't that a coffee vape?
Isn't
Yeah.
love just
Yeah,
The
it
one
was-
shot that you
Yeah,
had
yeah,
at
it was.
Liam's.
It
Oh
was.
yeah,
Where is it?
Liam should know it's his one shot.
Yeah.
What's that one?
No, it was what is it? Well, Graham's one shot, wasn't it? Cafe Love.
Cafe
Oh,
love.
Cafe Love was one.
Yeah, Cafe Love.
Kenny
Graham's.
says beans are hard to find.
Here we go. I'll show the
And
cafe.
Tommy says I'm a fan of the bean. He likes a bit of the bean.
Fan of the bean.
Likes
Okay.
flicking the bean.
This
Oh,
is
Vape
Cafe
train.
Latte Vape Train at 1, Caterpillar Chow at 0.75. That's just to give it a slightly nutty taste to it. Love Vape Train at 1.5. Sweet Cream 101 at 2. Now, there's a problem with that sweet cream because there's about 3 versions and nobody labeled if in the UK if it was 1, 2, or 3. And then toasted marshmallow at 1. And that was a one shot at DIY Flavor Chasers.
So if you got all that stuff, you could have a look there and try that one. Like I said, I just can't beat the bean, flicking the bean.
That was the thing. I used Cafe Latte because I tried other coffees and they were just standing out too much. Even when I started dropping, and it was too much of a harsh hit. While the Cafe
that's
Latte
almost all
sank
creamer.
into the Cafe Latte sank into the cream.
Yeah, it's mostly cream flavor.
Mm.
Yeah, what I've found with a lot of the commercial liquids that I've picked up, coffee flavor, is the coffee is always very, very forward.
Yeah,
I mean, it's great if you really want a coffee forward vape, but a lot of the time then that coffee is bitter, and they try and balance it out with a ton of sweetener, and it doesn't quite work because you get that bitter coffee with the massive back note of sweetener.
instead of putting sweetener in with coffees, I found if you put milky caramel, is it milky caramel fudge?
Milky
Yeah.
Put
caramel.
that really low as the sweetener in. It will complement the cream and the coffee.
That's
and
kind of what
smooth
that
coffee
Perulum
flavor
is. That
out.
Perulum has kind of got that like caramel. It doesn't have the fudge, but it has the caramel and the creams.
Yeah,
So that's actually not a bad one. That's almost a one shot.
Is it
Yeah.
a bit like the tasty? Obviously, with the coffee, and you're saying you get the bitter thing. Is it a bit like the chocolate ones where you get that chalky taste from chocolate
Yes.
vapes?
Yeah, I think that's where a lot of people experience that bitterness from coffee, from coffee vapes. It's the actual flavoring that's being used. There were only a handful of coffee flavors that I actually enjoyed and didn't get that bitterness from. And bear in mind that I was testing them at like 100 watts. I vape at between 100 and 150 watts. So I don't want that bitterness. It was Vape Train Cafe Latte, the Arabica, and OS DIY Latte Latte. The two lattes were a little bit they're pretty creamy with that coffee back note, without that bitter taste. That Arabica is just a straight up black coffee, but again, no bitterness to it, or very, very low bitterness. The other coffees I've tried, like the TFA have got a coffee, and that wasn't great. The Cap coffee I didn't like either.
Grady saying Gorilla Bean coffee liquids from SMKD are also not bad. We got Metal Vape says he found that cream and vanilla will calm down the bitterness in coffee liquids.
Yes.
Which I'm sort of seeing what everybody's doing when you're mixing them.
Caramels
Rocky
do
did-
too. Caramels
Rocky's-
help a lot too.
Rocky's put in coffee ice cream, if you want to bring that
Yep.
recipe up. Tommy says, Marcus, you can pound the bean. The more the better. Ian Thomas
Right.
likes flicking the bean when he gets a chance. Billy says, you got me in a mood for coffee vape. I've just had to fill my squat bottle up with caramel coffee from Darkstar.
I think the easiest coffee to work with if you want to try coffee is the SSA cappuccino.
Yeah, that's another smooth one too.
Yeah, that's quite easy to work with.
The Perlum, very down to power with it. That Perlum with caramel.
Kenny's just put in hazelnut frappuccino superbly from who knows who made it. 'Twas in the mystery box way back yonder. And Rocky's saying bit of coffee, add milk and honey.
Yep.
Grady says Sticks does natural extracted coffee and tea concentrates.
So there's Rocky's mocha in the hood. It is coffee liqueur, VTA at 1.6, milk FA at 1, milk and honey flavora at 1, mocha coffee from SSA at 0.6, and vanilla cream ice cream from Liquid Barn at 4.
Yeah, it's not a good one in that one.
Yeah, I knew there was another coffee that I forgot, which was the coffee liqueur.
The coffee
liqueur
liqueur is
really
actually
good.
smooth. You'd think a liqueur would be worse, but it's actually one of the smoothest coffee flavors.
It remind me of is it Sheridan's? That's the coffee flavored alcohol. You've also got Tia Maria as well, I think, which is
Maria
a coffee
vodka and
one.
Coke.
Yeah, it reminded me. It reminded me a lot of one of those ones. Really nice.
Oh, Adam's saying, well,
Kahlua.
the fucking
Kahlua coffee liqueur. You forgot
Just a
Kahlua.
minute. Just a minute. We've got a roving report. We've got the weather reporter in. The weather report has come through from our roving report, Adam. It's just uprooted his 30-year-old pine tree
Can't see that from
in
here.
his yard. So if you are in his area, just watch out for the pine tree that is suddenly in his yard that's now at its side. Must be a big storm.
Yeah.
So hope you're all right. Hope it's not done any damage. Hope it's not going to your house, and hope it's just gone into your yard.
Yeah, that's why I went for the one that I want that I did, Ian, because I'm a high wattage vapor as well.
You realize Adam actually lives in Chicago too, so it's not like this is like a rural area. He lives in
It's
town.
a
Uproot a
city.
tree in town. That's bad.
Isn't Chicago known as the Windy City?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
it's fucking
still,
Gaelic
you know,
city
when
at
you have
the moment.
buildings, yeah, there's a small yards really. You
I'm
wouldn't
fit.
think the trees would get uprooted.
A 30-year-old pine mine, that has to be a hell of a storm to actually uproot something
That's what I'm thinking.
of that age.
No, they basically no. That's some of the biggest problems. That's the trees that you lose in those. The pines and cedars and stuff like that is they have such big bushy when the wind's coming through, and the root systems are not real deep, and so they're the easiest one for the wind to just take out because there's a large mass for the wind to hit, and then underground the root systems aren't that good, so kind of takes them out more so than other trees.
How's it round? But you're not having any wind at all, are you, Bill?
No, we've had like about 4 or 5 days ago, everybody lost a bunch of limbs and trees and shit. And then a couple of weeks ago, there was probably I think we lost 8 trees at the golf course about a month ago. And then we lost another 5 here about 4 or 5 days ago. We've had a lot of rain, a lot of wind, and it just saturates the ground and then blows them out.
Yeah, softens up the ground and lets them tip. Yeah, we've got the same problem here, Bill.
Are you having the same there as well, Tim? Are you
We've had nothing but rain and wind.
because there've been the
for
big
weeks.
storms coming
Today's
through
actually
over
not too
in
bad.
America, aren't there?
Well, actually starting to rain now that I'm saying that. I'm looking up at the cameras and it's actually starting to rain. It hasn't rained all day until now. So
Yeah, Marcus were asking who does the coffee liqueur VTA.
yeah, VTA.
Oh, Tim says you can share the picture if you want, Tim.
Yeah, so I was looking to see. Look at this picture. Oh crap! Let's see if I can get to work.
Craig D's asking, does Wonder Flavour have? Oh,
That's
gosh.
a pretty good sized
right.
tree for in town
Yeah,
to be
but
knocked
if you
over.
look
Yeah,
at
it's a good job it went that way though, and not the other way.
Yeah, not on a house at least. I mean,
Yeah.
at least
But if
it's
you look
like
at the
happens when you
roots,
don't
if you
take
look
your
at the
Christmas
roots,
tree
there's not a
down.
lot
they're
of roots
softened
there.
up.
Is there,
Look
like
how
you're
deep
saying
they
there?
are. They're almost straight down.
Yeah.
The roots are. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is the tree itself has got so much mass for the wind to hit that.
Yeah.
That's
you know,
that's a
there's just
pretty
nothing under
nice
them.
bushy.
That's
pine
what
tree.
I'm doing with mine
Yeah.
because mine's the same. I've got some conifers that are up
Yeah.
and they're quite high, and I'm going to get up this. I've bought a petrol strimmer thing with bush cutter and all that lot on it, so I'm going to get my ladders out and climb up and start chopping it down because it's got so high.
So
that I'm
in
thinking
future
it's gonna
news,
fucking
Benny
come
will
down,
be
like,
broadcasting live from an ER room, maybe a hospital
Yeah,
for a few
yeah,
weeks
yeah.
in a full body cast.
Yeah. So he's asking, does Wonder Flavour, does Wonder Flavours have a lemon gummy candy?
No.
If not,
Yes,
what's a good candy lemon?
they just came out with it
Or did they
Yeah,
just start with
in the
Is
new
it-
release.
is
The
it in
lemon
the
gummy
new
candy and
release?
lime gummy candy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You put the word good and lemon in the same sentence, that's an oxymoron. There is no
Yeah.
such thing as a
I
good.
See,
if it's
I
in the
don't
new
know what's gonna
release,
be like in a mix, but I'll be honest, that's not one of my favorite flavors for the new release. At least not for single flavor testing. Now in a mix, it might turn out great. I haven't tried it yet.
I enjoyed it. The single flavor. I thought it was really nice lemon with the typical Wonder Flavors gummy mouthfeel behind it. It worked quite well, but in a mix, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Let's
so
see how
it's
it mixes.
lemon gummy candy. Immediately, I just want to put sour lemon in there.
Yeah, sour lemon SSA, sour lemon
Rocky's
type,
just
or
put in cap lemon drop. I tell you what's
yeah,
good
or lemon
for
drop. That's the other one.
I'm
By
guessing
the way,
he's wanting.
lemon drop and the sour or lemon type SSA go really good together. Try it.
I'm guessing he's
Yeah.
wanting to do a lemon sherbet. That's
Yeah,
what he's
so-
looking for.
They've trained fizzy sherbet. That's a really good. That's a really good lemon candy flavor. The FE lemon. I know loads of people rave about that one, but I always find it leans more towards like a hard lemon drop for me, as opposed to being a natural lemon. So that'll work quite well as well.
See, years ago, I did a lemon sherbet, but like a lemon refresher,
Mm.
purely by accident. Did a lemon refresher, and I don't know where my book's gone, but I mixed Loran's lemonade with some strawberry ripe, and it tasted like a lemon refresher because it gives you that effervescence sort of fizziness. And I don't know why with the strawberry ripe, it just changed it into a lemon refresher.
Yeah. Well, you can get refresher from DV. And it's
FA.
a refresher.
Yeah.
Is it DV as a refresher, or was it?
It's DV. Decadent
Is it
Vapes.
DV? Okay.
Yeah, they do a great refresher. I was actually really surprised because I tried it. I single tested that one because I was just curious because I thought I can make this on its own if it tastes like just like a plain refresher. And it did.
So that's what a refresher is.
But
What
the-
were you looking for?
Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah, I got the Decadent Vapors is what I have. Yeah.
there was a lemon by SSA which I used for a refresher. It's not lemon. That's it. Lemon sour. And
Lemon
if you
sour
just put
type.
that at 0.25 or 0.3, it just gets that kind of tart on your tongue that you get from a refresher. But I tried it at 4 and it just destroyed the flavor completely. Anything under like 3, if you only need a tiny little bit just to
See that lemon
little
sour
bit.
type is like the outside of like a lemon drop, and then the inside of the lemon drop's like a cap lemon drop. That's why I like the two together.
Yeah, I wonder if that lemon refresher has got a little bit of citric acid in it, because that citric acid, if you push it up, if you push citric acid up, it gets too much.
Which would also tell me that you'd want to use probably Cap Super Sweet to kind of pop it a little bit more too, versus a different sweetener.
Have you done lemons, Bill, in your time?
Yeah, he hates lemon.
Don't like lemon.
Do you not eat lemon? Do you not like a lemon in real life?
No, why would you eat a lemon?
Well, don't you not having a drink?
No,
Lemonade?
I don't want a lemon in my drink. I drank lemonade. I'm not a huge lemonade fan, but you know.
Not even in your Desperado. Oh, that's lime.
No, I don't like lemon lime drinks, and no, that's like I used to get. Like I used to drink Miller High Life because it was a clear bottle, but if they didn't have that, the only other clear bottle was Corona, so I'd drink it. But they always wanted to put a freaking lime in it, so you'd have to tell them beforehand, don't put a damn lime in the beer. You know?
Yeah, when life gives Bill lemons, he turns it into creamy nuts.
Nuts. Yeah, that's what Greg D just put. Bill lives on nuts and only nuts.
Actually, I don't even have. I don't have a. I haven't vaped a nut vape in a, well, I can't say that because I've been doing the FA Glory, but that's Liam's fault. But
yeah,
I don't even have a nut vape going. I haven't had one for
I blame Liam for the Glory. Yep. Liam is at fault for the Glory roll. The Glory hole.
I'm trying to figure out what
there's Rocky's recipe.
I'm going to use it though. I'm going to use the FA in something as a nut rather than, because it's more of a nut than it is.
He used the cap lemon lime in there with the lemon drop, and then sour.
So this is Rocky's lemon rock.
Yep, which is his lemon sherbet recipe. Cream Flavora at 0.5, fizzy sherbet VTA at 0.6, lemon drop from cap at 3.8, lemon lime from cap at 2, sour from TPA at 0.5, and super sweet from cap at 0.6.
Have you noticed that since we decided that VTA is not that every damn recipe anybody's put up today?
I noticed that. I have one. Mine did not have VTA in it, but I'm looking at it, and Liam's like the first thing he does. I got one of those. Oh, it's got 2 VTA in it. But
it's because they had such good flavors. I couldn't not use them in a recipe. I had to.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think when we put up recipes, they don't usually have VGA in them. You know, and all of a sudden today, it's like everything's got VGA.
That's the thing, though. If you have a look at my Twisted Imagination releases, the vast majority of those feature at least one vape train flavor.
Yes.
It's like we went through a series where everyone we put up had VSO in it. Instaman saying delicious without the D. E-liquid tart is phenomenal. Is it good, Graham? Is it a good one?
The lemon is fantastic on it. It really is good. I was well impressed. Me and Nick both discussed this, and we both agreed it was better than our lemons.
What's the pastry like?
Our lemons were different than this lemon, but
what's the pastry like?
I lose the pastry very, very quickly. I didn't particularly like when I first tried it. I didn't like the pastry. Then I got used to the pastry and thought it was all right. And then the pastry just started to vanish after vape it, because I tend to pick one juice and vape it for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So things just start vanishing. I have to really set out more mods and more RDAs.
See, typical mixer. Praise one part and then have to knock down the other.
Yeah, but all vapes pretty much. I mean, if I start in the morning with this vape, I taste all kinds, and then I vape it all day long. By the time I'm hitting it before I go to bed at night, I'm not tasting everything as bright and fresh and everything. But then the next morning when I wake up and hit it the first time, then it's back. You know, it's just how it works. Your taste buds, after a while, are like, oh, this shit again? Yeah.
But in all fairness, I actually do find that a lot more, though, with commercials. I tend to lose the taste a lot quicker. And I don't know whether it's just down to the sweetness.
Yeah.
Sweetener, maybe a little extra EM in there that you don't know about.
Yeah, but I mean the flavor, like Bill was saying, the flavor always comes back the next day. Or if I have a couple of hits of another
Yeah.
liquid and then go back to it, the
Yeah.
flavor's back.
Yeah, or you
have a
eat
sip of
something
coffee.
that basically kind of perks up your taste buds. You have
Yeah.
something for supper, or you have whatever else, and then you go to vape again, then it's back. But if you think about it, cigarettes were that way when you were smoking. And then earlier in the day, you that first one in the morning, oh my God, this one's great. And
Right.
if you ate something right after you got done eating, they were good. And that was the one that you were just wanting. And the flavor's just always better once you've got your taste buds to pop back out again.
To be honest, I think with the cigarettes, a lot of that was probably down to the anesthetic that they actually put in them.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I think
Yeah, so
basically
you didn't feel
they
it.
just tasted better. Yeah.
We've now got a roving reporter. Mr. Canadian Vapor has just been looking on our internet specialist. Has just been looking on vape trains. What's going on with them? Apparently, looks like the name changed. They are still selling to businesses, and export is still exactly the same. No change. Thank you very much for that in-depth review there. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Ian, it's more akin to I hate those adverts, Bruce, when they were advertising for Greece and they keep saying that you go nose blind. It's down to that. It's like you walk into a perfume counter at Debenhams, the first thing that hits you is a wall of smell. After you've been there for 5-10 minutes, you can't smell it anymore.
I've got to admit that. I've got to admit that because when I'm doing the domestic stuff, sometimes you go into houses that you think, oh, and you open the door and you walk in and you think, oh God, that smells. And then after I've been in there 5-10 minutes, I can't even smell it.
Yeah, kind of like you probably couldn't smell that cheese until you walked out of the room back that time, right? Isn't that you said you didn't? No, you didn't though. You said when you walked out of the room, you didn't smell it. You walked back in, you're like, oh my God, it stinks.
If you work at a restaurant and work at KFC and you go in there and it was just like the smell when the chicken's cooking and everything else, when you first go in, it's like boom. And then as the day goes on, you don't notice it or anything at all.
Yeah.
And then you walk out of there and somebody happens to get in your clothes and then they're like, you smell like chicken, and it's like, I don't smell anything, but
yeah. Fish and chip
Cigarettes
shop
were the same way. You didn't think you stunk, but you did.
Yeah. Fish and chip shop, same when I worked in there, that smell of, you can't smell it, but after you've walked out and took 3 steps up, all you can smell is fat.
Yeah.
Think about that when you were a teenager and you were smoking, smoking, and you thought your parents and nobody knew you were smoking. Unless they're smokers too, they knew.
Yeah,
they knew you were smoking.
It's the same with the tackle shop. I had someone come in today with they had their kids with them, and one of their kids, how outspoken they are, I turned around and went, "Stinks in here." It's because of the maggots. It's because of the maggots. But I don't smell them anymore.
I don't know. Some of that line, that monofilament line, smells pretty bad too.
It does.
Yeah,
some of it actually does have a plasticky smell to some of the fishing line.
Yeah.
The report came. Canadian Vapor just updating on the report. The report was from, according to DIY e-juice owner, she's still able to order from Vape Train. Thank you very much for that update.
Yeah. So. Yeah, by the looks of it, then international sales will still be okay. So we'll still be able to get the Vape Train flavors.
Hopefully, that's not until supplies are out or some crap too. You never know.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And Ian
so they ban it. They ban flavors in their country because it's bad for you, but they will export it to other countries because they want to.
We don't care about that.
If they believe that vape flavors are bad, why are they exporting them?
Because
they don't care if
they don't care about other countries.
They don't care about other countries. We should declare war on Australia.
Yeah, that's
sending
why.
us all these bad flavors.
We'll just take it back off of them. Fuck them. It's same as China. They banned sales of vaping, but not export.
Yeah.
Well, no, because they'd lose revenue.
Yeah, you gotta get that sweet. You gotta get that sweet foreign currency.
Exactly, that's what it is. You've got to get that dollar. Ian Thomas says your brain fills out consonants.
Filters out
Constants, yes, it does. That's why you can't see.
The vowels are okay, but the consonants are
not. That's why you can't see the tip of your nose.
Yeah.
And in UK, your brain
Because I know.
H's. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop your H's, yeah. Bill, we drop as T's as well if you're from Yorkshire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's water, not water.
Yeah.
So we drop T's as
Water.
well.
Yeah.
Water.
Water.
You want water? Just put R's in, random R's in. Water.
Water. Yeah.
Call it water. Council
Water.
pop. Water. No, we're not Chinese.
I know you're not. You're vaping.
yeah. Mark
No,
said,
but
we
I
need
can guarantee
freedom.
almost every one of us, if not every one of us, has a Chinese mod somewhere within reach.
Oh, everybody has Chinese mod. Nearly everything's made in China.
Ah,
isn't it?
see?
So
Yeah.
your
And if you don't have a
TVs and
mod, you have
everything.
something with Chinese stuff that's made
And
in
if-
China near you right now.
And if it's not,
your
if it's
TV,
not,
your computer.
if it's not made, if it's not made in China, it soon will be in cheaper.
Yeah.
Did you watch Craig and Kenny's with
Yes.
what's it, Mr. Dunn? What's his name?
John.
John Dunn from U.K.E-liquid, and he was saying he's constantly fighting battles, constantly putting out fires and stuff like that. But he was dreading a Labour government coming in, because if a Labour government comes in, vaping here might be buggered
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
And I was just thinking, oh Christ.
It's going to be a Labour. It's definitely going to be. It's not going to be all else, to be honest with you. It's not going to be a Conservative.
Yeah.
And I very much doubt it. It might be a shared one, but it'll be a majority. It'll be Labour.
But if Labour got in here, that means us vapers will have to be really, really active
Yes.
and have to prepare for it and get ready for whatever we need to do.
We're doomed. We're
We're
doomed.
doomed.
We're all doomed. Where's Vic?
Sky's
We're
falling.
doomed.
The sky's falling.
Whoop, whoop. Vic, we're doomed.
Yeah.
We're doomed, I tell you, we're doomed. Oh. Somebody says 65% American flag sold for the 4th came from China. There you go.
Yeah. 99% of them, yes.
Yeah, even the ones said made in America, they probably just had a label sewn onto them, and then they can declare that it was made in
They have
America.
made in China on a little label.
No, 'cause no. What it is, it's made in America, but it's produced in China. They have all the parts sent over from China, and they make it
Oh,
up.
it's assembled in America.
Assembled.
Yes,
That's
it's
still
called,
made.
it's called Made in China, Assembled in the USA. It's,
Yeah.
The one with
A lot
14
of the
stripes
shit,
is
yeah.
the cheaper version, though. or
It's
11
like your
stripes.
golf clubs. They basically make all the stuff for the clubs, and then they ship them to the U.S., and then they put the shaft in the head, and then they put the grip on it, just like assembled in the U.S.
Yeah, they're all the same. They're all the same. Mark is saying NHS needs vaping.
Mm,
Mike said all tech has Chinese components, or at least Taiwanese as chip wafers are made there. You don't see a lot of made in Taiwan anymore, do you? I've noticed that. You don't
that's
see
because
it.
it's surrounded by battleships.
You don't,
Yeah, that's
You don't
Star
not
have-
carriers.
Yeah, that's
you don't
not-
see a
that's-
lot of made in Japans either. That used to be when I
That
was
used
a
to be a
kid.
big
Made in
thing.
Japan was everything was made in Japan, and then it all of a sudden
China.
Japan stopped making it, and China started.
Well, it was like my bridge camera. I bought a bridge camera, and there was two versions: one made in Japan and one made in China. And I bought the one made from the Japan, and they took the one made from Japan off the market and just replaced it with one made in China.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is because it's so cheap to actually produce stuff there. That's why
Labor's
so much
cheaper
stuff is
there.
made. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mike's saying we need to be organising now and emailing our MPs. And that's not the military police either.
Don't know who it
Same
she
same
is.
thing within the U.S. You know, join CASA, find out who your representatives are. Even if you don't have anything going on, once in a while, just reach out to them. Let them know that you exist. Don't wait until it's time for the regulations to come up, because when the regulations come up, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, these are just bots." If bots don't tend to message you when you're not trying to fight for regulations, so tends to make them think a little more.
Yes, it
The
has
other thing is
been.
made in China. A lot of things in China, the regulations of manufacturing and such, like the whole Silicon Valley thing, they can work on that with that stuff over there because they don't have all the OSHA regulations and such over there. Not safe for them, but the government doesn't care. They make their money.
That's all it is. So it's not money. That's why it's cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the tackle stuff, a lot of the fishing stuff that I buy, it's all made in China
Made in China.
and just rebranded over here.
Is it about that time, Bill, for Sherlock Holmes' bait and fishing section?
Bait and switch.
Bait and switch.
The bait and
Oh,
switch.
I've just seen it's the first of the month. First show of the
No,
month.
it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
not the first of the
I was
month.
gonna say it's like
It
the
is the first
fifth.
show. So while we were on, do go over to our sponsors. Do visit Mr. John Proper Coils. Is it propercoils.co or is it com?
Proper.com.
Propercoils.com for all your coiling needs. You can use DIY 10 or you can use Bill 10, but use DIY 10 for 10% off. Over there, you can get some very nice coils. You can also get points over at Proper Coils, where you can spend some money, get some points, and then you get some free money to spend on coils. So, win-win situation. Also, go over to our other sponsor, which is DIY Flavour. Is it DIY? I always want to say DIY. Fucking you, Liam.
Flavour
It's
Craver.
Flavour. Go over to Flavour Craver, where you can get some fantastic one-shot flavours. You can get Green with Emery, you can get Irish Macchiato, you can get Jungle Juice, you can get Kryptonite, and you can get Lemon Madeira and Mexican fried
Oh,
ice cream.
he's actually looked at the webpage.
I had it up then.
I was gonna say, he actually knew these, Graham. What did you do? Did you talk him into this? Because
He shamed him into it. He
Shamed
didn't
me into
talk
it,
him
yeah.
into it.
Yeah. Right, it's Wednesday holidays.
Me,
It's
Mike.
going to be the. Well, let me get ready. It's August. Just let me get this. Let me have a look at my calendar. It will be commencing
The
week-
entire month of August.
No, the 14th.
Oh, damn.
14th. When's our bank holiday? Is that the 28th?
Yeah, it's normally the last Monday of August, isn't it?
Yeah,
Liam.
yes. So it is. It's definitely that. So 14th. So we won't have a show on the 16th, and we won't have a show on the 23rd.
Does that mean we're all coming on holiday with you, Benny? All expenses paid trip.
All
by the
expenses
CEO.
We all still get paid for those two, right? Because you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
taking
yeah,
off.
yeah.
Okay.
You
All
get your holiday. You get your holiday money.
All right.
So yeah, so it will be the last. It'll be the sort of middle 2 week in August that we're not here. So we're just gonna have 2 week off, have a little break, a little refresh. Bill can enjoy his bit of the highlight of August, doing a bit of golfing.
I tried
do that every
fly.
day anyhow.
I tried fly fishing once, Mike, but they all drowned. Apparently,
Liam, how many
flies don't do well in water.
How many reels poles do you throw out at once? Just one?
I don't throw out any poles.
Okay. How many rods do you use? How many rods do
I
you use?
use rods, Tim.
How many rods
Two.
do you use?
Two.
Okay, so I'll have to 3D print two signs that go on your line that says carp only carp need apply, and then you can cast them out with your pole. So that way there you have less of those other fish biting on your.
Problem is, Tim, they can't read.
Well, that's not our fault. That's
Well, put it in braille then.
Yeah.
most even the literate people can tell what a stop sign is, right?
Put it in bubbles. Put it in bubble writing for them or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bubble writing. There we go.
I don't have to. Fly fishing's easy as hell. You just take one of them big long strips with the sticky stuff on it, pull it out, stick it on your ceiling. You catch all kinds of them.
Is that Fly Fishing by J.R. Hartley by any chance?
Put them on a reel and just attach one of those sticky things. You throw them at the flies. You're sitting there like a.
Is that or fly fishing is when you just walk up to some guy and you reach down and you grab him by the fly of the pants.
That sounds like
Bill.
Go in the water.
We don't need to go into your vacation time. We don't need to discuss this. No, we're good.
Whatever goes on the golf course stops on the golf course. Thank you.
You don't call the zipper the fly.
Is that the hole in one?
over there?
Yes, zipper. Yeah, zipper.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's fly fishing.
yeah.
Females only.
Yeah. Oh, Matt's putting. You would have thought that fish. Well, we're going with dad jokes now. You would think you have thought that fish were smart. They spend most of the time in schools.
Yeah.
Boom.
Do you want to do the DIY, the flavour craver?
Yes.
Wheel.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
We could
because
just
we're
put
almost out
we
of
could
time.
3D print a carp picture. That way, there it knows the other fish aren't allowed. It's only that one.
Yeah.
They don't have to read to know that.
Right, so we have got once a month. We have got a little bit of a giveaway from our sponsor, flavourcraver.co.uk. Like I say, go over there for all your one-shot needs. It's all the old chef flavours if you wonder what they were. Go over and check them out. It is unfortunately only open to UK residents and Northern Ireland, not to Southern Ireland, because they're not in UK anymore. Fuck you. No, we probably get it. It's just not open to out of things.
I imagine they're
from-
looking to do that.
Yeah. But yeah, at the moment it's just UK only, unfortunately. So what you get is 3 of the one shots. How are we going to do this?
I just X1 in chat and I'll put you on the
Yeah.
wheel.
If you do fancy it, if you put X1 in chat now, and we will add you to the wheel. Like I say, just bear in mind it is UK only. Thank you.
Well, you can, if you are in the US and you
can pitch
want
it to someone, yeah.
enter, no, you can enter, and then if you win, you just have it sent to a PO box over there, and then you fly over and get it and fly back. You can still get it that way.
If you've got someone that lives it, someone in the UK, they could post it out to you. If you did want to try it, you could do it that way.
Hey, Graham.
Great.
Hey, Graham.
Graham lives in the UK.
Hang on. What?
You live in the UK?
Morgan says, ask Joanne. Joanne. Tommy says X2. So yeah, if you do want to try them, like I say, they've got a fantastic range. They've got loads of different flavours on there. They've got, well, if you go by that, there's 4, 8, 12, 16, and they've got 16 on there. So what's that? 4, so that's 16, 32, 60, 64 different flavours.
It's that. Have they?
If you count it up, they've got. I'm just counting up on one page. So you got 4, 8, 12, 16. So I'm assuming that one, first one is 4, 8, 12. Yeah, 16, and they've got 4 pages of them. So that's 64 flavours. So there you go.
That's all I've done this week.
So yes, so there'll be 60. So there's 64 flavours to go at. There is always a place for 69.
Anybody who's been divorced will know how to say X1.
Yes.
Unless they've been divorced more than once.
Well, then X is 1.
So basically, if you do get them, just bear in mind they are a one shot to come like this. You will need your own PG, VG, and nicotine and bottles,
And fingers and thumbs. You'll have
and
to
gloves,
have
and scales, and things like that.
lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Who's getting a text message?
And that was about four things in my room just went do 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 and all powered down at the same time. I was just like, what the fuck?
Yes, if you're lucky, Benny will remember to pass your email to Graham before 3 weeks. Yeah, you are right. Yes.
Yeah.
You are right.
I reminded him twice. I did remind him twice, but
Yeah, one shot's better, babe.
Yes, they are one shots. Yes,
Right.
unfortunately, I'm a bit shit.
you want to spin the wheel?
Is that
Spin the
it?
wheel.
We're
Let's
gonna,
go.
is that
Yeah.
it? Is that
Yeah.
the end of it? Yes. No one else. Right, quickly before we spin it. You've got 30 seconds. Anybody else?
No, you
Anybody
don't.
else? Just
The wheel's up.
the wheels up.
Wheels up.
Wheels up.
Let it spin.
We're off. We're off and running.
The wheel on the show goes round and
Yeah.
round.
It's a Mr.
Mike
Haynes.
Haynes.
Congrats, mate.
Right, congrats.
Haynes. Congratulations.
Haynes.
Can go, Mr. Mike Haynes.
That's,
could
I,
even
think
put
that, I, think,
X1.
I think that's the first time I've seen Mike win something. He normally gets it piffed to him.
What are you putting in? The Thingiverse.
He's putting in dodgy links again.
I know.
No,
I'm not going to click on
no,
that. It's
I-
fucking porn.
Yeah, I can show. I'll show it after you guys are done.
Mike, you can just send us what 3 you want straight to me.
So here,
Yeah,
this
just
is
send
what
it to
Liam
Graham.
needs. I need to put this on his poll. You know, it's a picture of a carp, so you know that only the carp will bite on the damn thing. There you go.
I think you got a beard.
They know.
It
They don't
wasn't
have to
carp.
read. There you go. You're set, Liam. I see. I come up with solutions.
I'm using. Does that do loads of 3D models?
Tons of them. Thingiverse is all free.
Oh, I'm using this.
Yep.
Not for the car.
Not for the carp. Yes, there's some of those things too, Graham. But you know, Bill will have you print forever. So you know, the wrong type of fly fishing type of stuff.
So yeah, do get in touch with Graham. You have his email. You know what to do. You know what to do, Mike. You know what to do, son. Just get in touch with him. He will pass that on and it'll be sent out to you. How are they doing? Is it picking up now for them? People starting to have you?
I think so. Yeah, I think they're doing all right. They're I don't know. Somebody talk to me.
Are they on your ceiling? Why are you looking up? Trying to figure out
Because
what
I'm
the
trying to
fuck-
remember something that somebody said to me.
Oh, let's see here. I got it written up there somewhere.
That's the best place to keep your post-its, apparently. is on the
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah.
They don't get lost.
Yeah, I think yeah, they're doing well.
That's all right then, because I know that everything's calmed down now. Rocky Roads at the beginning with what went on, and I know that started going into their own things, and you know, it's all sort of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The dogs are just taking over any company which looks like they're going to close.
No,
So
to be
Liam-
fair, it wasn't. I'm watching Flat Cap when he was on there. The guy from it was Flat Cap that mentioned it to Darkside. I know for definite that Les used to buy his nicotine and stuff from Darkstar.
Yeah.
So he used to, and that's 100%. I know that because I've been in shop and I've been there when Darkstar deliveries have been. So when he had shop, I've been there. It was always Darkstar, VG, PG, and nicotine that he used. So I had a good relationship with Darkstar. I think Flat Cap must have mentioned. Have you heard that Juice Cabin is shutting up shop? And obviously they've looked into it, looked at numbers, looked at books, and you know, had a chat with them and said, "Look, how about you just pass the book on to us?" Like, so I do take it off for them. So they haven't gone in and bought them out while it was still going. It was closing. It was shutting. That was it. It was over and done with. It was closing down. It was going to be no more because obviously Liam, who works with Les and did the mixing with him, is going down different avenues. And obviously it was Leslie's brother that took it over with Leslie's mum. And they've obviously not got that experience to do any mixing or all like that. So it was,
Yeah.
So I can't say also, you know, they have done a good thing of taking it over, and I just hope that they don't fuck it up. Do you know what I mean? Because like you were saying, they've got enough of the Simpler Leaf stuff for the 6 month, and I hope they do carry on with the Simpler Leaf stuff as Les did it.
Well, they have to apply for a tobacco license now, don't they?
Well, that's the other thing they'll have to. The 100% will have to go for a tobacco license to get any more leaves in. You can't not do it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they do keep some of the better flavours of Leslie's on the site as for the
Didn't you
Juice
like
Cabin.
fruit pastels?
Can you do what?
Didn't you like their fruit pastels?
It's no longer available because one of the concentrate apparently was a one shot. John, who used to be in chat, sometimes he said it was a one shot, and it's no longer exists. So yeah, so I just hope that they do keep stuff on, and they don't just bastardize it.
Yeah.
To be fair.
So Liam, do they have a kiddie pool section for like swimming or whatever in your where you go fishing anywhere near there?
No.
You need to designate a spot for that. So what you do is if you catch the wrong fish after you put that in line, you send them back to the kiddie school so they can learn how to not fish that line. And eventually they'll learn, or they'll be in that spot and you don't have to deal with them either way. But only the wrong fish. You let the carp go in that spot. That way they become smarter. See, you can school them.
Something says they saw the shortbread episode, Tim. Very interesting.
Yeah, we just did noted DX shortbread.
Is it shortbread as in what?
As in like shortbread biscuit,
Yeah.
like you guys have? Yeah.
Yeah, I miss Monday. So what is it, Monday or Tuesday?
This next week we're doing EM heavy, like we're doing cotton candy.
Cotton
So
candy.
by the end of the week, I won't be able to taste anything next week by this time. I'm really kind of curious on whether or not this is going to the final testing. After everything steeps and testing it, and by the third flavor, I'm gonna be like,
Have you got SSA?
I can't taste
Have you got
anything.
SSA cotton candy?
I believe so. Yes, I have a lot of them.
Matt's saying they probably wait in line. He's pulling a lot of dad jokes out tonight, isn't he?
Yep.
Pulling all the dad jokes out. Right. So that is it. That is the end of the show. Do go over to our sponsors, like I say, propercoils.com, for all your coiling needs, and you use DIY 10 for 10% off. He's got some fantastic coils. Some fantastic coils. You can't really see that because it's white. So there you go. Proper coils.
No, the whole holding it closer just makes the glare worse.
I know. It's mechanical. My lights there.
There you are. Now Graham's camera is in focus.
Yeah.
Go give it a couple of seconds.
There you go. It's because my
You
lights
managed to
there.
get
Right on it.
I've had them. The first batch he sent got through.
First batch he got. The second batch, no.
Yeah.
I've
still on its
explained
way.
this. We didn't go 5 minutes late. I have to go at 9:05 all the time. It's not 5 minutes late. It's just that I don't put 9:05. I put it at 9 o'clock so people can come in and go, why it's show not started? Because I'm waiting for everybody to come in first.
Yeah, Benny always goes 5 minutes late, just so you know.
I always come last.
He has to eat first, and then after the show, he has to eat.
Usually he
Yes,
is
I
eating
do.
about the
And then
time
an
that the
hour
show's
af-
about to start.
Hour into the after show, he has
I'm
to eat.
eating after the show. That's what I'm waiting up to get over with for, so I can go eat.
Exactly. Right, so do go over to flavourcraver.co.uk for all your one-shot needs, and like I say, check it out. 64 flavours. So you got plenty to go at. 64 of them bad boys. Right, so we will go around. Graham.
Bye, Liam.
Yeah. Thanks everybody.
Thanks. Sorry.
Thanks everybody in chat. You've been great as always. If you wish to follow me for recipes when I eventually start releasing some again, you can follow me on ELR, Vaping Community Calculator, and ATF as Sherlock Holmes. And check out the Flavour Bible if somebody's dropped a link in chat to it. And I will pass you over to Tim.
So tonight I'll be on Golf TV Vapes channel in a few hours.
Thanks, Graham.
Adam will be there. And we usually do some mixing and a little of everything there, just talking a little everything. But yeah, there's usually some mixing involved as well. And then this Saturday is going to be MTL bakery recipes. I'm going over on Saturday on my channel. So that'll be fun because it's not an easy thing to do. So I've seen some good attempts, and I'm hearing some people are really working on the recipes. So it's not like it's been out for a few weeks. It's giving people to work on it. So this is gonna be a fun one. And then I'm gonna pass it over to the one that matters the most, chairman of the board.
Graham?
You're the chairman of the
No,
board.
that would be you, Bill. You are the master.
He said
here.
the one that matters the most.
That would be you.
That would be
In
you.
Graham's
That would be you,
mind,
Bill.
he matters the most.
You are Benny's boss.
It was horrible, chat. No. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Enjoyed it. Good input, bad input, some flies.
Fly fishing.
Never did figure out what's full on in your face, but something is. And you can catch me on Mondays with what's the guy's name I'm on with? Monday?
Judith.
Yeah, that the bald cab guy, Mick. That's it, Mick. And I will throw it to Benny.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining the chat. It's absolutely fantastic for joining us week in, week out, and joining with the input, even with some dodgy dad jokes in there as well. Obviously, if you do fancy a little bit of fishing, Liam is going to be starting up a fishing channel, only on OnlyFans, though. That's where you're going to be watching it.
Only Fins.
Only Fins. Yeah, only Fins.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for my fellow casters for joining me. Well, when they feel like it, most of them week in, week out. Much appreciated.
I know who's that aimed at.
Liam.
Yeah, it's going to be not catching fish, William. It's catfishing, William. So thank you very much. Do check out Bill on the Late Night Vape Show. Do check out Tim on
Not the late night vape show.
What's it called now? Not Late Night Vape. What's it called now?
Monday nights.
Oh,
Mick
Monday
and
nights
Bill.
with Mick and Bill. Yeah,
Mick and Bill, yeah.
yeah. On the Monday night Mick and Bill channel. That's always
Chewing the fat.
yeah. Do check out Tim on every mixing show that you can find. Anything to do with DIY mixing, E-liquid mixing, just type it into YouTube and you'll find it on there. Do check out Graham on Friday night on Popper Cole's Popper Show. Also check him out on NUVS and come and join us on NUVS on Sunday night where we've got special guests, Craig and Kenny. So that'll be good. So we'll see you again.
Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun.
Oh, one thing I want to share quickly just with everybody. Fly fishing with Bill. You can always check it out anytime you want. There you go.
Yeah. So yes. So join us again next week, same time, same place. If you have got any questions, put them in a Monkey on Juice over on Facebook. If you want to know anything, and then we can get around to them. So thank you very much, and we'll see you all again next time. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.